Hi guys, you're watching Bud and Mary's YouTube channel. Astrid here. It's our favorite time of the day, dock walk time, where we walk around the dock and talk to some of our captains and see how these past couple weeks has been. Let's check it out. All right guys, we're gonna check in with everyone's favorite mate, Colby Mason, aboard the KLX and see how these past couple weeks have been.
Hey guys, how we doing? Fishing's been good. It's been real good. A lot of sales. There's kings, you know, the normal. Today we caught 5 mahis first thing in the morning off the bait patch. That was good. Caught some kings, a couple big muttons, then we got a sailfish. And you know, you just gotta get down there, experience it. March is right around the corner. And when March comes in, we get our conditions, tailing conditions and stuff. And sailfish can get real hot and heated, and it gets a lot of fun. So come on down there, and if you watch these things, don't be scared. Come up to the KLX and say, hey, I know that guy. And looking forward to seeing you guys.
All right guys, we're gonna check in with Captain Nick Stanczyk, and he's gonna let us know what's gonna go on with sword fishing next couple months.
Well, so far, this time of year last year was a little bit better, but 2 weeks ago or so, maybe 10 days ago, Capt Mike Varney and those guys on the Broad-Minded got a big 320-pound swordfish. Said it was a 3-hour fight. Brought it in here, weighed it up, absolute beauty, and super happy customers. They also let a small one go that day. However, they fished a couple days later, and it was a little hit and miss, no bites. And that's how sword fishing is. It's big risk, big reward, and we don't always get them, but this time of year, the springtime, is usually some of the best months to fish for the big fish. So hopefully the next month or so, we'll see some real big ones come in. Jimmy Hendricks on the Dallas, he's had some incredible fish in the last month. He got a marlin one day. There was a little discrepancy whether it was a white or a small blue. I think it was a white, it was about 100 pounds or so, it was big. But he got a marlin one day, but before that, a week or two before that, he got a yellowfin tuna that was over 120 pounds. I think it was like 122 or 125. But a huge yellowfin tuna, they brought that in here, they weighed it up. That was a catch of a lifetime. Very few big yellowfin tunas ever caught here, let alone they caught on sailfish tack, because that made it even better. We got a new bay boat ourselves. We took that out. We caught a sailfish on it. We caught part of 2 blackfin tunas. The barracudas bit the tails off, but got some tuna on that, and then we caught a big yellowtail. Caught some mackerels on it one day. We went out with Bean one day. We caught some mangrove snappers for dinner. It was kind of windy and rough, but we've been breaking a new bay boat in too. So this fish biting, a little bit of everything.
All right guys, we're gonna check in with the Bean and see how these past couple weeks have been in the backcountry.
What's happening, everybody? It's me, it's the Bean. So yeah, what month are we in? We just hit March. Tarpon are starting to show up. Caught a few tarpon recently. The water's kind of getting just that right temperature. Also, sometimes while you're tarpon fishing, you get a mixture of sharks. Recently, I've been having a good amount of saltfish mixed in on our tarpon bites, which is pretty cool. 2 days in a row, caught 2 cobia. Guys hanging around with those saltfish. There's also been some really nice big springtime mangrove snappers around. A lot of fun on light tackle, also delicious to eat. The patches have still been good. Been catching some really big groupers on the patches, along with some mutton snappers, some yellow jacks, some lane snappers, all those other different species that you find out there. Cool variety, a lot of fun on light tackle.
Thank you so much, Bean.
Anytime, anytime.
So apparently Dawson caught a really cool wahoo the other day?
5 of them.
5 of them?
Yeah, trolling some ballyhoo, high speed, and had a triple header, only running 3 rods, so I was not expecting a triple header. I got pretty excited, I started screaming.
Hang on, he came in, he got ice, and then they went back out, then what happened?
I caught a double header right after.
5 wahoo one day.
Yeah.
More wahoos in one day than he's caught a long time here fishing.
9 years.
Wow, that's awesome.
I had to come in here and steal ice from Nick, but I didn't actually steal it. But I didn't think I was going to catch anything because it was glass flat, and I always personally have terrible luck going fishing on that type of day. And I only brought like 40 pounds of ice, so I'm out there gutting them, trying to pack them with ice. I called Nick, had a school of 20 under the boat, close enough under the boat I could have reached down and free gap them if I wanted to. and didn't have anything ready, no live bait, no nothing like that. Probably should have started chunking them, keep them around, but they swam off.
Oh, you caught 5 though. You crushed it though.
I crushed it.
Yeah, you
but
caught 5 lows in one day.
I could've caught more.
I've never caught 5 here in one day, like close on the reef, offshore, small one.
It was awesome.
And that same day though, almost not everybody here, but I'd say half the boats got on the action. They caught 5, then Calyx caught 6 wahoos, another boat had 4 wahoos, the boats had 2 or 3, so it was a good push. Last full moon, that slick on bay they fished, so hopefully, maybe in March again, if we get some better weather, maybe we get another push on them.
So I've never caught one, so what I'm hearing is you want to wait for a full moon and a calm day.
Sometimes, yes. Typically.
So guys, we are now holding events at the barn. The other day we just had the CCA come here, and how many people do you think we had?
It was around 200, maybe a little bit more, and big fundraiser for CCA, and great event, great turnout. People up and down the Keys, people from Florida drove down there for it, and great food, great dinner, and pretty cool location.
Yeah, we have the best view in the Florida Keys in Islamorada right here. So if you want to get married, a corporate retreat, anything, this is the place to book.
What's up guys, Captain Rick Stanczyk here. I got a little backcountry fishing report segment for you. We're getting into March. March typically coincides with springtime, tarpon time, big fish time. That's right, lots of big tarpon starting to show up. The bite's been a little bit inconsistent so far, but we've been getting a few on the good days when it's warm and calm. Fishing's been really good. A lot of days it's been windy, and some days like now we got a late cold front happening. Got down to 60 degrees last night, so I'm sure that's probably going to kind of shut them off a little bit today. But should bounce right back because it's back to 80 degrees tomorrow. But yeah, early season, you never know what's going to happen with the weather, so that's always something you have to contend with. So you got to kind of fish the conditions. I've been doing a lot of snook fishing otherwise. That's still been pretty good because we've had lots of bait around. Pilchards, has been making that really, a doable thing, and you can hide away in the creeks and get into some protected water or around, different island moats and stuff like that when the wind's blowing, and have a good day of fishing. In the bay, I know guys have been catching some trout and snappers. That's starting to get good, where you can drift around out there, get some good eating fish. So that's been productive. Mackerel fishing is starting to wind down. There's still some out there, but as the water warms up, they tend to kind of start moving back up north wherever they go to cooler water temperatures. But overall, some good fishing. Guys have had some bonefish, I know, on the flats recently too. Bonefish in the last few years has really started to bounce back a little bit. So that's always a possibility, and something you can do close to home too when the wind's blowing. The outlook for the future here, well, it's going to be tarpon, tarpon, tarpon. As we get into April, May, June, it's definitely tarpon time. That's what everybody's coming down here for. My personal feelings, I think we're going to have another really rocking season again. Last year was kind of the same. We had a little bit of a, up and down early season, but a lot of people like to think that makes the regular season that much better, because when the fish don't show up too early, they're kind of staggered off a little bit. When it's time, April, May, and June, they're here strong, and the fishing's a lot more consistent then. So that's what I'm going with anyways, so hopefully that'll be the case. We got some good catches the last couple weeks. I've actually been out sick, had a bad bout of the flu, but I'm feeling better now and hopefully getting back to fishing tomorrow. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you down here for tarpon season. Catch them up.